One less. A hex key for hex nuts, the nerd amongst tools. Let's see. The signal is doing the exact opposite of what the signal light is showing. Excellent! A component that's as if you need to design components for that. It works! It really works! Now, I only have to heave goal onto the mine bike and whammo! Huh? Where's the mine bike? Oh, crap. I knew I forgot something. You're not supposed to put if you're... Clean. Now I have a cloth soaked in alcohol. This smells like the rag Lonzo uses to wipe the tables. He says he doesn't have to clean it because alcohol is antiseptic. Hi there. Do you come here often? Well, the frame's a bit dinky, but I like the motif. Don't drop it, you hear? Well, the frame's a bit dinky. Yippee! Again, the lever! This says, that doesn't matter. I can't take off. This bike isn't heavy enough, but I still... Yippee! Again, the lever! It's diverting the light from the lamp into the cave. And whose idea was it? That's right. Huh! The bright light stabilizes the sound waves. I can see in the dark. Ouch!
This screen wasn't drawn by our background artist Michael for a change, but is instead the work of our cleverly hired Jan-Philipp Dombrovski, who also took care of some screens in A New Beginning. We occasionally get him on board when there are odds and ends that need his hands. Oh, that rhymes. Originally, we wanted this screen only for a cutscene, and it was not really intended for actual gameplay. Instead, we wanted to place the items hidden here in the tunnel entrance of this mine labyrinth map. You've probably already seen it, or maybe you didn't. I don't know. Well, we'll get to that eventually. Anyway, then we realized that the controls were very clunky and it wasn't really fun to play. You want to see all that at a large scale, and so we thought, well, we got that screen from the video, why not make it accessible for Rufus? Kind of let him roam the labyrinth where he can find those things. I hope this wasn't too messy, since so much here is messy. But whatever. Isn't life itself a mess?
The lever for the points, detached and discarded. It was probably the signalman's last wish for the mine bike to never roll again. Well, he didn't reckon on me. Hey, there's still something in there. This is still half full. Only a beetle. Hey, there's still... This is... Only... I am an expert, but this time the horse is... Child's play. Ready? Go! Crap! Oh, damn! What's wrong with me? I'm usually totally laid back. It must be the fumes from the mine. How can Doc stand them? I better go and ask him. No dice without... Hi there.
Huh? What? Oh! Hello!
I have...
Keep up!
Doc, I'm a little highly strung.
I can see that. Look at you. The hands, the eyes, the hair.
Huh?
You should do something about it. Unrest is a handyman's death. If I get too twitchy, I meditate.
Meditate?
Yes. You should try it for yourself. Like this. Lodge your leg behind your head and fixate on a point on the horizon. Wait, I'll show you. What's wrong? You're not fixating at all. Just take it in. What's wrong? You're not fixating at all. That's right. Can you see how everything gets more focused and how the colors are more lively? I have fixated on that strange blue shape to the right. Now I let my eyes wander to the north until I see a blue pole. Now I gaze far over to the west to that green thing, and then in a straight line to this blue thing down there. And then, finally, whoa, I'm already utterly entranced. In any case, you have to tell the world who you are. I am a river. After that, I take a good swig from my hip flask, and I'm all relaxed. Got everything?
There's nothing much...
What?
There's no...
What?
Nothing. I've got Doc's boo, the source of the All right. Fixate horizon. Concentrate. And... Oh, tetanus. This is comfy. Oh, I must be doing something wrong. You're not supposed to put things on there if you're planning. It's always good to have a spare. I knew it all along. You don't need yoga if you're resourceful. Leg behind the head? Check. Fixate horizon? Check. Here we go. Whoa. What? I am a pizza. Yeah, I'm much more relaxed now. Huh? Why is my leg shaking like that? Oh, I'm probably not a pizzaf after all. Maybe this wasn't right at all. Leg behind here. Whoa. Hop up! And now? I think it's working, but I can't feel my tongue around it. Wow! Once again, nice and easy. Rufus! Rufus! Yeah! That was a walk in the park. Time for the next... Hold tight, babe. You're gonna tell our grandchildren... You're quite heavy, babe. And I thought you were making yourself extra heavy when I lugged you up the hill just now. Never mind. The controls are exposed, and there's a circuit diagram. This'll be easy as pie. Yeah, now we're really going places. Check it out, babe. Oh, Rufus, you really are the best. True, so very true. If you like that, then you'll love what's coming next. Oh, yeah.
Look, the rails are still warm. What? Don't say you've already got one of these new infrared visors. No.
My beard sonar has gone to red alert. They have to be somewhere close by.
I'll send a helmet fax to the bailiff immediately. You two are shitting me, right?
Hold on for a second. My shoulder seismograph is giving me strange readings.
You're right. I feel it too. Guys, strange. According to the soul barometer in my boot, the ground pressure hasn't changed.
My sock spectrometer is still processing the data.
Guys, say it can't be an earthquake.
Wait, my kneecap ultrasound detector is registering strange readings from...
Hey, I'm still alive. I'm not an easy man to break. They call him Rufus. Rufus. And what a sight! The Lower Ascension Station. I did it once again. You see that? I did it. Oops. Maybe I should get you to a place that is a little more comfortable. Luckily, it'll be a downhill ride from here. So, do you want to be carried? Which would be plain boring. Or do you prefer the fun and fast way? Yes!
Historians would die for a way to decipher apparently missing text passages here. They still found no reasons why scratches and lesions related to ghosts subsequently appear. But then why should it bother you? For he finally managed to haul her more or less unharmed to the rendezvous spot, and that without expecting any pay, except for the reward. But it's not about the context, so get on with the plot. Huzzah, get on with the plot.
Well, you'll be safe here for now. We just need to wait for your fiancé to show up. That Cletus guy is really a lucky fella. I hope he'll keep his promise. Well, now we just have to wait. I guess I should search for a way up to the platform on top of the tower. The view should be good from up there.
Now that was exciting. After this thrilling mind-back chase through the trash mines of Deponia, we've now reached the lower Ascension station and are inside the candy shop of the abandoned railroad depot. Rufus laid go down in a bed of roses and...
They were Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts.
Yes, Brussels sprouts.
They stunk, and I stank for weeks.
Whatever. Brussels sprouts, roses. A rose is sometimes a Brussels sprout. However, we are heading towards the game's exciting showdown, slowly but surely. Speaking of which, I always like to point out how interesting this Art Nouveau station is. We tried our best to let the old Elysian wells shine through these ruins by showing hints of early Elysian architecture, and also Elysians have an exquisite taste for high society candy, like candy cotton with calzone flavor or
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, of course, why not? Or skewered anchovies. There was a huge variety of delicacies, and after all, Brussels sprouts are not so bad. Healthy, if anything. It's a good thing if a man gives Brussels sprouts to a woman, and let's move on.
I've laid her down on a bed of roses. Well, rose hips to be precise. Oh yeah, the gentle touch of nature's itching powder. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I bet your fiancé isn't half the daredevil I am. Oh yeah. These lamps must be of some significance. I just know. Fished with dynamite and sun-dried. One fish of the day, please. I should have said which day. Yummy. They had those when I was... Wow. Nah, I still have some. I've been here before, as a kid, with my dad. I followed him here. When he noticed me, he was so happy that he bought me some cotton candy. Then he said I should wait for him while he was looking for the cable boat to Elysium. I never saw him again. One serving of cotton candy. I suppose the machine had no eyes. Otherwise it'd be able... Oh, this selects the flavor of the cotton candy. See, I'm sure I have to solve this lever problem first. I know how things are going down here. Oh, this selects the... It said... This seems to be in the... It isn't even level. Hey, there's something behind it. What the... A plug! Oh, man. Not really. You crazy? It can't be that easy. These lamps must be... Just no. This doesn't say anything. There's a dancing cockroach with a hat and a cane. Chewing gum. What? I want chewing gum. Voice control seems to be broken. This doesn't say anything. There's a dance with a hat and a... I'll keep the rest for later. Much later. I'll keep it much... Now it's set to calzone. Now it's set to phosphor. One serving of cotton... I suppose the man no eye. I think some kind of stick has to go. The switches change the lights. There are 3 on this side and 1 on the other. Aha! 1 off, 2 on. I'm getting there. Whoopsie daisy. 3 and 6, isn't it? It's impossible that these levers don't have any significance. It's simply impossible. Yummy. They had those when I was... Wow. Any foodie knows anchovies get better the longer they're stored.
All I wanted to have was the stick anyway.
There are fisher maids sticking. Yep. A 150.
New style, you know nothing about new style. As a German poet with terrible American accent once sang, he did that after visiting Barcelona, which by the way is pronounced Barcelona by its denizens. Barcelona, not Barcelona, as you might think. After this short linguistic exercise, let's get back to the Jugendstil or Art Nouveau style of this place. I'm very fond of this kind of architecture. It has this sunken city flair. I mean, we're in a building that looks like a ruined bunker from the outside, and from the inside it's a gorgeous Jugendstil train station. That one's on me. This architectural mismatch. Your style.
That's the entrance to the candy shop. After Dad left me, I lived there for a week. Or was it an hour? Time passes so slowly when you're high on sugar. A group of trash crabs in a mating ritual with cocktails and colorful twisted straws. Or it doesn't. It's hard to make out any details without any light. There's a mount for the torch in the niche. There are mirrors around it to focus the light. That can only mean one thing, or nothing. 1 or 0.
This screen doesn't look that alive, but that's exactly the reason why I want to talk about it. It's a good example for my effort to introduce locations to players with as much variation as possible. First, I'll introduce a location, a screen, a specific way. Then later you return and have to use and thus see it in a completely different manner again. It's a quite exciting change of perspective, and I can't talk about that as much as I would like right now, but you will be surprised what you can do and where you can go here. Speaking of a change of perspective, I gotta do one of my own, and that's switching to a storytelling perspective rather than a cosmetic one. Right here, a seemingly arbitrary object reaction hints at a fact I'll be intensively playing with later on, and that's a double Rufus. Because here's a small, well, you may call it Easter egg. When Rufus tries to throw something into that pond, something very, very absurd will happen. So absurd I couldn't stop laughing while I wrote that. I hope you'll enjoy it as well.
Is this acid or water? Just water. Pretty deep and bright. Might be the nuclear reactor down there. Yeah, that would really be super cool. But as long as nobody's watching, it would be a total waste of effort. I'll save my telekinetic A crane with a what do you know? I'll say...
And now we're venturing deeper into the station, and the deeper we get, the less we can see. No, wait, in fact, the more we see, the people of Elysium, even before they became Elysians, left an architectural masterpiece, including these beautiful mosaics. Nobody knows when they were crafted, but they show scenes from the Exodus to Elysium. This, of course, doesn't seem to make any sense, but it's easy to imagine that all the glass blowers and, I don't know, Tiffany glass artists guys who've been left behind were pretty pissed, and so they left these artworks in the windows, so their wrath about the outrageous exodus to Elysium would outlast time itself. But thanks to these mosaics, we as a player have a small glimpse at the backstory of Deponia and Elysium after cleaning up, of course, and illuminating the windows, and now I gave away the solution to the puzzle. Damn. So after cleaning, beep, of course, I had to come up with something since I didn't flesh out the backstory, but another important Deponia-related ritual must be Barbecue Thursday.
The mosaic waving and a farewell party with barbecued sausage and loads of white confetti. No, that's just my blood circulation because I'm trying so hard. I need more light. The stick fits into the fixture. To shed light on the mosaic, the cotton candy would have to be on fire or something. Wow! I don't have to fish my old boot. One serving of, I suppose, and... Hey, my epic Gregorian choir is back. I thought I'd left that behind at the crane. The mosaic depicts a bunch of little guys. They seem to be building something. The raggedy-clad little guys carry giant steel girders up a steep ramp. The fancily-clad ones stand at the side and design fancy ornaments. Hey, that's the Ascension Station, the departure to Elysium, and I'm there too. The mosaic depicts the upper class leaving the planet. The lower class remains behind. Whoa, those guys are really fed up. They shout at the traitors and shove barbecue lighters and sausages on giant forks in their faces. Must have been Barbecue Thursday. the only light... I believe there's a tool that was specifically designed to remove dirt. At least, I think Tony once mentioned something like that. Only mud? That's all I can...
Elevators are something you need in every single media product. No discussion, period. Because they are the one-to-go metaphor for life's constant ups and downs. Elevators. Yeah, I wanted an elevator scene in Deponia, and so I sketched a screen with an elevator in it. Elevator scenes are fundamentally superior to any other scenes, especially in movies. I love, for example, that elevator scene in Star Wars, the real one, the first Star Wars movie called Episode 4 nowadays, New Hope. There they are facing the wrong way while in the elevator, wondering why the door won't open while it opens behind them, something like that. Excellently done. And one of my favorite elevator scenes, maybe the best one ever created, is the one in Blues Brothers when they go up in the elevator and outside this massive police force is gathering while they stand idle listening to that ridiculous elevator music. There are plenty more examples, Ghostbusters for example, too many to give them all credit now. The following though is most important. Ultimately the elevator scene I had in mind ended up in the third part of the trilogy and not here in the first. The elevator still stayed the same and we have some fun here with elevators.
Soap is filthy. What are you gonna do now, you bloated piece of hygiene requisite? There must be some... I see a potential hard hat with propeller propulsion, or a flower pot. The possibilities are... I can't see whether it's full, plus I don't have a match to shed light on the bottom. Too bad. The input panel for the... We used to have one of those at our front door until I found out the password. Damn! Does anything work here at all? R-U-F? That wasn't it. Maybe this? R-U... Nah, I've tried that. But what else could it be? That doesn't lead anywhere. That doesn't... One should always have a bucket in one... There must be some... Well, this alone won't... I also need to be in the mood. And soap. Foamy. There must be some... There must be some... There must be some use. Why do I have to try every combination? Oh, now see where it got me. I can't believe I'm doing this. I hope the historians will never learn about this bit. Crap, the mop broke. What an unfortunate occurrence. A bunch of trash. There's the dancing pole, and some crabs over there, and there's the cocktail sauce. And hey, someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. Saucy. Could be something else, though. I need more light. A piece of glue. The mosaic depicts the cable boat leaving Deponia, just like I will be doing soon. And hey, someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Crap. A stone. Now, I better skip any references to stone or derivatives. A stone. Now, I have a projectile. All I need is a weapon to use it with. That must be a piece of one of the mosaics. And Hey, someone has scribbled something on it. Where's the rest of the message? That must be a piece of, and someone, where's the... Oh yeah, that was... Someone has scribbled. It must be at least exactly. Now we'll have to use some. There are still more pieces. Well, no problem. I'll have that solved in no time.
I don't know if I mentioned that, but I really dig minigames. I guess I don't represent the majority with that attitude, but there's a growing faction, or maybe one in regress. The lines there are blurry, I reckon. Anyway, there is a faction of people who passionately hate minigames and wish those abominations would be purged from the screens altogether. And this one goes out to them. Bypassing the trenches of mortar fire, these factions, minigamers and anti-minigamers are at constant war, you see, to see who's got the better weaponry. Right, and this is friendly not towards these bitter enemies by letting them break the minigame as hard as they want to. I gave this concept a go for the first time in Whispered World, as you can hear in the commentary over there. If you're German or if you have the luck that we did translation for that one. And I'll try that again, as you will hear in the commentary of Chaos on Deponia. But here I'll do it as well, crashing minigames. It's a trend. In the future, I hope everyone will at least break one minigame.
Why doesn't this fit? I guess I'll just have to press harder. Still not right. I'll get there. Go in! Go in! Damn thing! You're supposed to... Oops. Uh-oh. What about the elevator code now? Damn it. Huh. But the chewing gum still... Ugh. But it's no better... Why didn't I find the flashlight earlier? I could have made scary faces for gold during the mine bike ride. The system reboots. The code for the elevator has been reset. Here comes the new one. Something really cool. RUFUS. Oh yeah! The password is... R-U-F-U. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? The password is Rufus. I've said it myself. Or have I gone crazy? Well, so far so good. Now I just have to wait. What's that sound? Organon cruiser? What are they doing here? Is this a trap? Is Cletus an ally of the Organon? Well, I guess I'll have to take a closer look to find out.
Finally, the top of the platform, all the way up the lower ascension station, a clearly magical setup with an enchanted atmosphere once more brilliantly executed by our artist Michael Benrath. But what strikes me most is that this is the first time when Rufus and Cletus meet face to face. And as far as I remember, making those two vastly different characters work together was a feat of its own. So tell me, Rufus, how was working with Cletus? In the story, the two of you are rivals, even courting the same woman. How was that kind of working experience for you?
Well, I want to use a metaphor here, even if I'm sure you won't get it, but the fans probably will. The Bible says, I am the Lord thy God, thou shalt have no other gods before me. And fortunately, I'm not a Catholic.
Yeah, I guess we gotta work with that. Never mind. When the cameras were switched off, however, you and Cletus were still fighting your little fights behind the scenes. And in fact, you've got to admit, Rufus, you're getting into conflicts with other people quite often, huh? Which is beneficial, mostly. But this is by no means criticism.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid.
And your conflicts are more like conflicts with your environment in a way. A concept widely known, to artists at least, as the cussedness of things.
You know, what many people in front of the screen don't see is that there are natural laws. And personally, I think those laws are bullshit. Yeah, you could, go ahead and say bullshit. I can say whatever I like in these commentaries. And speaking of which, that day, the light bulb prohibition kicked in and had to illuminate the whole set with these Chardassian eco bulbs, which have a luminosity of like 0.0004 lux per light Do you have any idea how many bulbs we had to go through to brighten the set like that?
It was madness. All that work.
And listeners, fans out there, if I didn't have a spare battery, we couldn't have pulled that off. Tell them that.
And to add insult to injury, the elevator's lights went dead, and since the buttons weren't properly illuminated, we thought the elevator was out of order, since all the buttons' lights had to be changed as well.
Yeah, and we had to shoot all this at night.
And the stairs. All night long through the dark stairway, all the way down and up to your ascension station, up, down, up, and down again.
Yeah, and you hadn't mentioned that yet. We had to do all this during the night since the power blacked out on us earlier. That's what happens if all the people come home and turn their TVs on.
Yes, exactly. Actually, this was supposed to be a daylight scene.
Yeah, well, I don't think people want to hear that. Let's just move on. What a beauty! Strong, sturdy, and apart from a few bruises, in an overall excellent condition. Oh yes, reflections in windows are great. And why not? I see. The ascension codes. That's what the catch was. I've never been so close. This is certainly not the stuff heroes are made of. That much is clear. I'll save my They'll greet me with a ticker tape parade in Elysium and confetti. Oh boy, I love confetti. I'll save my... This is certainly not the stuff... This ornament is different from the others. How very likable. Holy smoke, those are the same organons that were threatening Goal. Maybe they caught that Cletus guy. Yeah, I knew he'd be a wimp. So what am I gonna do now? I guess it's better to remain hidden. Maybe I can find out something useful.
And you're sure that this Rufus character is naive enough to bring your fiancé here?
Absolutely. He's a self-centered, greedy rat. The expectation to get to Elysium will lure him here. A greedy rat? Why, that lousy...
I really don't understand what you see in this woman, Cletus. As far as I'm concerned, she's simply an unpredictable risk for our joint venture.
Believe me, after everything she did, I'd prefer to leave her behind on Deponia too. But I need the ascension codes to return to Elysium. And unfortunately, those codes are only stored in her brain implant. No goal, no ascension codes. And without ascension codes, there's no joint venture.
I don't like it. Ulysses will have us both executed if he finds out that your companion is...
Shush. Here he comes.
At ease, bailiff. Report.
There's still no trace of the Deponian, Prime Controller, sir.
Then what are you waiting for? Carry on with your search. Even through this drone, the stench is unbearable. At last, it's time to put our plan into action.
Yes, as you wish, Prime Controller, sir. Let's get to work. The faster we're done here, the better.
I entirely agree. I'll have a look around the platform to see if this Rufus has already arrived. You'd better stay in the background. We can't risk that rat bailing out on us before we have the ascension codes. Wait a minute. That Cletus guy. He looks just like me. Maybe not as attractive as me, but how can that be? And I don't like what they were talking about. I didn't get everything they said, but they're certainly up to no good, and I can never allow gold to fall into the Organon's hands. First, I'm gonna have a word with this Cletus. Junk help him if he tries to deceive me. I can't get any closer. The Organons would see me. Greasy hairdo, ugly cape. And what does Goal see in this wuss? Cletus.
Rufus.
Finally, I face you.
Wrong. It's me facing you.
That's what you think. I was facing you at least 3 seconds earlier.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy boy. Enough with the discourtesies. Where is Goal?
She's safe.
Well, that's just perfect. Genius.
No, you're the genius.
We had a deal. You were supposed to bring Goal to me, and then I'd have taken you to Elysium. No Goal, no deal. So what now?
So, the deal is still on?
Only if you keep your side of the bargain.
And you, yours.
Ladies first.
So, the deal is still on?
Only if you keep your side of the bargain.
And you, yours.
Ladies first.
So,
and lady...
Why should I trust you?
Why should I trust you?
I asked first. What's the agreement between you and the Organon?
Well, why shouldn't I just tell you? Deponia is going to be blown up.
What?
Oh, yes. I'd forgotten that I'm speaking to a Neanderthal. Deponia... Boom.
Boom?
Yes, boom. The whole stinking pile of manure.
And Elysium knows this?
About the blast. Of course they do. We placed the order years ago.
What do you think the Organons do all day?
Delouse their mechanical beards?
What will happen to the Deponians?
Well, scientifically speaking, they'll be converted to energy. Theologically speaking, well, let's just say there won't be a star in the night sky for them.
Whoa. That's serious.
Well, to be honest, Deponia is believed to be uninhabited.
After all, the surface was declared uninhabitable eons ago.
Just when the controlled destruction was imminent, rumors started to appear. Supposedly, there were humans on Deponia, they said. That's why the elders appointed an inspector to get an assessment of the situation. And now, guess who this inspector is? I am, you troglodyte.
I see. Oh. One thing that I don't understand, besides the meaning of the word troglodyte, why didn't the Organon report that there are people on Deponia? They know we live here. After all, they've been terrorizing us for years. They impose customs duties, they block trading routes, and they steal babies in the northern quadrant, which might just be a rumor.
Ulysses had his reasons to keep Elysians in the dark.
But now you know the truth.
Yes, I know everything.
Okay, that means that Deponia won't be blown up, right?
No, wrong. Ulysses explained it to me, and we've come to an agreement. My report to the elders will state that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Deponia will be blown up after all. Do you have any problems with that? I mean, what's it to you? You'll be safe in Elysium when that happens, won't you? Well, you do want to get to Elysium, right?
Yeah, sure, but... Blow up Deponia? That seems a bit extreme. I mean, okay, it stinks. It's not really a looker. It's not really a place for someone like me. But I know a few people who are attached to this pile of junk, which might have something to do with the fact that they live here and all. I mean, I'll admit, they are all idiots who wouldn't even recognize a hero if he happened to set fire to their cabbages. But blow it up?
Yes, blow it up. Demolish, cremate, eradicate, just like that.
Whoa. I don't care at all, but Goal won't like it.
Well, you're not wrong with that assumption. Goal has proven herself to be a risk, but that's been taken care of.
What's that?
That is a consciousness cartridge. To be precise, it's a memory backup of Goal's personality. I knew that. Goal's whole character is stored on it, including all her memories, up until she first laid eyes on Deponia and its inhabitants. She will never know what happened here.
May I?
Hands off! That's not a toy!
But it's sparkling. I think I've missed something here.
But you haven't missed that Deponia is about to be blown up, have you?
Yeah. Boom, and so on.
And that I have to inspect Deponia on orders from Elysium.
To examine rumors about life on the surface. Yes, got that too.
And will I tell them the truth?
No, you'll keep your mouth shut about life on Deponia so that Deponia will get blown up anyway.
Oh, bravo! You really did understand everything.
Yes! Oh boy, am I good! I'm so incredibly good! Well, I will never let that happen.
Well, in that case, we don't have a deal. Too bad. You would have liked life in Elysium. Let me just quickly contact the Organon so that they can...
No, wait a minute. I wasn't finished yet. I'll never let that happen is something that somebody somewhat attached to Deponia would say. I, on the other hand, all right, great. There's no one who hates Deponia more than I do.
Oh, yes. How much do you hate Deponia?
It stinks.
Well, your deodorant does that too.
My what? There's nothing but trash around here.
Yes, company included.
I deserve better.
That I highly doubt.
There are only idiots living here.
And you're living proof of that.
Okay, let's just say I hate this place.
I don't know. It appears to suit you well.
Say what? Do you know what it's like to wake up every morning surrounded by garbage? Between leftovers and dirty laundry? The wash basin is leaking, the toilet overflows, the fridge is empty, and the water smells like it hasn't had a bath for months. And then those permanent cries of, Rufus, do the dishes, find work, tidy up for once, get it into your thick skulls. The whole planet is a trash heap. We walk on trash. We eat junk. You want me to get my ass into gear? You can watch my ass disappear. I'm going where potential is not just fertilizer that gets strewn on the cabbage beds. What can a man achieve in this trash heap anyway? Be freaking mayor of freaking garbage town? The job that even the noble master dodger of responsibility didn't want? Count me out. You hear me, Dad? Count me out. And you know something else? I hope you fell into a manure tank. I'll wave goodbye when I pass you on my way to Elysium. Look at me. Who's the filthy little litterbug now? Huh? Who's the litterbug now?
Okay. You really do seem to hate Deponia.
You think? The organ...
exactly. The whole stinker blew it. Do you have any...
All right.
How much do you...
Okay, so... And you, lady... Why do you bear such a striking resemblance to me?
You've got that wrong. You bear a striking resemblance to me.
You wish. You look more like me than I look like you.
Only I am much less ugly.
Oh yeah? Well, you're even much, much uglier.
Oh yes. Have you looked in a mirror lately?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pastimes.
Same here.
Stop repeating everything I say.
Only if you stop repeating everything I say.
But you're the one who's repeating everything I say.
No, it's you.
No, it's you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
I'll go and fetch gold, finally. This guy's lucky. I bet he forgot the bolt cutter.
Of course not. You never know when you have to cut through a wire fence.
No.
Hands off! Damn!
See, that's what...